Hello and welcome, I'm Fahd Husain. Pakistan today stands at the center of the world, not reacting, not observing, leading. Because what we have just witnessed is not just a ceasefire. It is a global moment, a moment where the world stepped back from the edge. And the world knows exactly who made that happen, Pakistan. From Washington to Tehran to capitals across the globe, there is one acknowledgement. Pakistan brokered this ceasefire. And this was no small intervention because just hours before this breakthrough, the situation was spiraling. There were threats of strikes on civilian infrastructure, power plants, bridges, a path that would have taken this war into a completely different category. A far more dangerous one, but then Pakistan stepped in. Not publicly, but where it matters most, behind the scenes. Pakistan became the primary channel between the United States and Iran. Messages were carried, proposals were exchanged, and in the final hours, intense overnight diplomacy took place. A direct engagement between leadership on all sides, all coordinated through Pakistan. This is not routine diplomacy. This is high-stakes crisis management. And the result? A 2-week ceasefire, agreed by the United States, accepted by Iran, acknowledged globally. The ceasefire includes immediate halt in hostilities, opening of the Straits of Hormuz, a structured pathway to negotiations, and most importantly, time to step back, time to talk, time to prevent something much bigger. And it all started with this tweet from Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. He said, "With the greatest humility, I am pleased to announce that the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America, along with their allies, have agreed to an immediate ceasefire everywhere, including Lebanon and elsewhere, effective immediately." This was the breakthrough that the world was waiting for. Every single country, every single person was waiting for this declaration, and it came from Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. This was followed, of course, by an acknowledgement by the President of the United States, and he mentioned very clearly in his announcement, based on conversations with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir of Pakistan, and wherein they requested that I hold of the destructive force being sent tonight to Iran, and subject to the Islamic Republic of Iran agreeing to the complete, immediate and safe opening of the Straits of Hormuz, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. So this was the final declaration of ceasefire, not peace, but ceasefire, as a result of which, till now, we have had these messages of congratulations from across the world. Every single one of them is acknowledging the important, decisive and significant role that Pakistan played, from Saudi Arabia to Australia to New Zealand to Kazakhstan to Malaysia, where Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim says, "I once again extend our sincere congratulations and deep appreciation to Pakistan and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif." Then, of course, from Germany and from EU, which says, "I thank Pakistan for its mediation." Also from Ukraine and United States, United Nations, where it says he expressed sincere appreciation for the efforts of Pakistan. So we've got congratulations coming from all over the world, as a result of which a direct impact on prices that matter. Oil price gone down in the last 24 hours by almost $17 and around 15% in terms of their percentage price. Of course, the market's reacting very positively, and now generally the perception is, the belief is, the analysis is that oil, if this ceasefire holds, which we all hope it does, that these prices are going to come down even more. So now, let's be very clear. This did not happen by chance. This happened because Pakistan had the access and the trust. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Field Marshal Asim Munir, Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar, working in coordination, engaging every side, maintaining credibility with all. And that is exactly why Pakistan succeeded where others could not. Because no other country was in a position to talk to everyone, to Washington, to Tehran, to regional powers. Simultaneously, that combination is rare. And in this moment, it proved decisive. Even President Donald Trump acknowledged Pakistan's role. He thanked the Prime Minister of Pakistan. He acknowledged the leadership, and that matters. Because in global politics, recognition follows relevance. And today, Pakistan is relevant more than it has been in years. Because what we are seeing here is not just diplomacy, it is positioning. Pakistan has positioned itself as the bridge, the channel, the facilitator, and now the venue. Yes, the venue, because the next phase moves right here to Islamabad. Talks are scheduled here this coming Friday. Direct engagement, face to face, for the first time in this conflict. Think about that. The world's most consequential negotiations happening right here in Pakistan. That is not just success. That is an elevation. That is a country rising on the global stage. And now, what will these talks focus on? Iran's framework is already on the table. They have already given out their 10 points, many of which will now form part of the negotiations. The American president himself has referred to these 10 points, which means that this is where things are going to start. We don't know where they're going to end, but at least we have the first draft available, and many of these points have the potential of forging some sort of an important breakthrough in these negotiations. So we will be, of course, looking at what happens here. Of course, Iran will be looking for relief and sanctions, lots of guarantees, stability on this, and of course the Strait of Hormuz. There are already signals, by the way, when we talk about Strait of Hormuz, of how things may be changing. This is the latest satellite map of the traffic at the Strait of Hormuz. Right now, as you can see, there isn't none, but very soon, we are going to start seeing all these ships right here and these tankers right here. They are going to start moving through here, and hopefully, as we say, inshallah, this traffic will start and the world will slowly start to get back to normalcy. This is the momentum created by diplomacy and driven by Pakistan. So tonight, take a moment, because this moment has been earned. Pakistan has delivered. Pakistan has led. Pakistan is rising. And now, before we close, allow me to say something directly. And I say this directly to those who live across our eastern border, to the Indians in their studios, to their shouting anchors, to their self-declared experts. For weeks, we have heard you. The noise, the arrogance, the obsession with Pakistan. Prime time after prime time. A full-blown circus. And yes, let's just call it what it is. It is a circus, and these people in their studios are a bunch of clowns, shouting over each other, pretending to shape the world while the world moved on without you. Because when it mattered most, you guys were nowhere. Not at the table, not in the room, not even in the conversation. This was the biggest diplomatic moment in years, and India was irrelevant. Completely. All that noise, all that shouting, all that chest thumping, and when history was being written, you were not even in the footnotes. That is not just a failure. This is humiliation. Because while your studios were shouting, Pakistan was negotiating. While you were performing like clowns, Pakistan was delivering. And while you were obsessed with Pakistan, Pakistan was shaping the outcome. That is the difference. And here is the truth that you need to hear. Today, you are nowhere, and Pakistan is everywhere, on every table, in every conversation, at the center of the world.